Welcome to the Nations vs. Nonprofits Weekly Briefing. This is your weekly briefing number 2, Why Enrollment Matters. People talk about tribal identity all the time, but almost nobody talks about enrollment. Most people assume that belonging to a tribe is the same thing as feeling connected to a culture or having a personal understanding of heritage. But enrollment is not a personal statement. It is a public structure that a nation relies on to stay organized and connected across generations. It shows who has responsibilities, who participates in civic life, and how a government stays accountable to its own citizens. Without enrollment, the political life of the nation becomes harder to see, even when the culture remains visible. Enrollment is the system a tribal government uses to determine who belongs to the nation. It is not a club roster. It is not a nonprofit membership list. It is a legal and political record that ties citizens to their government through ancestry, continuity, and documentation that can be verified outside the community. With enrollment, a nation can run elections, maintain leadership, negotiate with agencies, protect land, and speak with authority on issues that affect its people. These responsibilities require a clearly defined body of citizens who have a recognized connection to the community and who participate through established processes. That structure allows the nation to function consistently, even as leadership changes over time. Enrollment is also one of the simplest ways for allies to confirm whether they are interacting with a real tribal government. A government must know who its citizens are. A nonprofit does not. When a group claims to be a tribe but cannot show who its members are, how they are counted, or how leadership is chosen, that group is not functioning as a government. It is operating like a corporation or an organization that uses cultural language without the political foundation behind it. A lot of confusion comes from the idea that culture alone creates authority. Culture is vital, but culture does not establish sovereignty. Sovereignty is tied to continuity, accountability, and the documented relationship between citizens and their government. Enrollment preserves that relationship and protects the nation from individuals or organizations trying to imitate governmental authority. This is why enrollment matters so much. When enrollment exists, you can see the government, the citizen body, and the leadership structure that keeps the nation functioning. When it disappears, the political life of the nation becomes vulnerable to individuals or nonprofits claiming authority that does not belong to them. If you want to know who the real nations are in your area, start by looking for enrollment. It shows who the citizens are, how leadership is chosen, and whether the group you are supporting has real governmental structure instead of a language that only sounds official. Enrollment is one of the clearest signals that a nation is continuous, legitimate, and grounded in its own history. Thanks for watching this week's briefing. Nations vs. Nonprofits weekly briefings drop every Monday. Tune in for next week's subject, What Federal Recognition Means.